CarMax is signaling the alarms, Pops. The used car market, it is not strong. I got some really interesting historical data that we're going to look at in just a second. And let's build a case. I'm going to build a case for support for why used car prices are going to fall significantly through the remainder of 2024.
I can't wait to hear it, and I can't wait to find out if I agree or disagree.
All right, so CarMax most recent earnings, their sales year over year went down. We've also seen gross profit for CarMax stay about the same. Nothing too terribly alarming here. It's just they're not growing like they were doing during the height of the pandemic. And yeah, it's getting a little bit more difficult to sell used cars. Where things get a little bit shocking, Dad, is when we think about the spring selling season. Right now, when you're watching this video, if it's April, May, this is the spring selling season. This is when wholesale used car prices go up significantly. And when we look at historical data, like April of 2021, we can see that there has been a lot of volatility in wholesale used car prices. Prices going up over 1.5% week over week. This year's wholesale spring selling season bonanza, it's been pretty tame, Dad. We haven't seen wholesale used car prices go up all that much. My bet here is that since wholesale used car prices haven't gone up all that much, that means they're actually not going to stay high. They're going to start to fall fairly significantly because people aren't bidding them up. There's not as much demand. And another kind of angle to this is used car prices are dependent on new car prices, which continue to go down significantly. So CarMax kind of stalling out, wholesale used car prices during spring selling season not going up all that much, and new car prices becoming more affordable. That's a recipe for lower used car prices in 2024.
I agree to a certain extent. And one of the things that I agree on is if you look at the 2017 to 2019 same week averages, right now, what we're seeing this year in 2024 is we are pretty much replicating what was going on historically prior to the COVID pandemic. In 2021, during the height of the pandemic, as we all know, the world went to hell in a handbasket, and used car prices did something that they were never intended to do, which was dramatically increase, and like upwards of 50% in value, which was just insanity. Now, I agree with you that there is tremendous new car pricing pressure, that as new car prices go down, and they are going down, not as quickly as we would like, but they're going down. The amount of incentives are going up. The dealer discounts are going up. The subvented interest rates, we see more and more of that. And that is forcing new car prices down. In order to maintain used car sales, there has to be enough spread between that new car and a cheaper pre-owned car. There has to be a big enough spread for the person to say, I'd rather save the money and buy the used car. So they're going to have to lower prices on used cars if new car prices continue to drop.
I think that's what the market's witnessing right now, Dad, and that's why I think used car prices will continue to fall in 2024. New car prices are at 2-year lows right now. Wholesale prices for used cars are not having this huge spring selling season like we've seen in the past. Wholesale used car prices year over year are down over 15% for most types of vehicles. 13.7% for all, 12.7% for luxury, 17.1% for compact cars, 16% for midsize cars, 15% for pickups. SUVs are down 14%, EVs down over 18%, and ICE vehicles down 13.1%. I mean, these are the inputs to the equation. The output for that equation is going to be lower prices. And we haven't even factored in yet the fact that the average interest rate on a used car auto loan right now is over 14%. And the average amount of negative equity that a consumer is bringing to the table when they go to trade in a vehicle and get into that new to them used car is record setting over $6,000. Like, you put those factors into this as well. I don't know how you can make a stronger case for used car prices to continue to go down in 2024.
If Dealers and manufacturers want to bring more people back into the marketplace, both for new and used cars. When interest rates are high, the ways to do it are to lower prices and lower interest rates. And I'm telling you, lower new car prices puts pressure on pre-owned car prices. You can't have a pre-owned 2022 um, pick a vehicle, F-150, that you have priced at $54,000 as a pre-owned car, when the brand new 2024 is selling for, pick a new price, because it's been 67,000 was the average transaction price. Let's say with prices and incentives, prices going down and incentives going up, that new average transaction price is closer to $63,000. That spread is only like $8,000 between a 2-year difference in vehicles. Most people would look at it and go, I'd rather get the new car for $8,000 more. I get the full warranty, I'm completely covered, and I have the most up to date vehicle and technology available. So, this is going to put massive pressure on the dealers to lower their used car prices. And if they don't lower them, they will at least negotiate off of their asking prices, and people should be able to save some money.
Now, one bright spot for the industry is days to turn used cars right now for dealers is about 40 days, 39 days. That's low. That's good. That's good
Yes.
for the industry. That means they're turning their inventory over quickly. If that number starts to creep up, that would be another indicator that used car prices are going to go down, because as interest rates stay high and vehicles sit on lots, floor plan, go watch our floor plan videos. Google search floor plan space CarEdge. Learn about floor plan, folks. Floor plan expense will inevitably put downward pressure on price, as that dealer's paying every single month to have that vehicle on their lot. So that's another metric I'm going to be watching, Dad. But I think generally speaking, downward pressure on used car prices is the foreseeable future. And CarMax, I think, kicked it off a little bit by showing stagnation and a slight decline in sales. Like, they're the world's largest used car dealer. And it's not a rosy picture at CarMax anymore versus back in 2021, 2022. That was the time to be a used car dealer, that's for sure.
Times have changed. We're getting back to normal historical trends. Normally, in the summer months, used car values go down, used car prices go down. This year, the amount of downward pressure should be significantly higher than historically it has been, because of lowering of used new car pricing, and because of the high cost to finance these vehicles. So, yeah, I think ultimately I agree with you. I think we're on some type of used car correction bubble, where we will see prices continue to go down throughout the summer months, at a more significant drop than what we've seen over the past couple of years.
If you like this information, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Pops, thank you as always.
My pleasure, Hanson.